Good morning, everybody. It is a bright, beautiful Monday morning out here on the farm. Just moved these cows into this new paddock and have a few updates for you on the cows, but I wanted to show you kind of what they're eating on right now. These cows are still about 3 months away from having their calves. And that's not ideal time, but that's the way I bought them. And next year, we're probably not going to have any calves because I'm not putting the bull back in with these girls until July. So Cadillac is off on his own. I did put the white cow over there with him, who is pregnant, and she's got like 2 or 3 more months before she's ready to have that calf. So she's over there just making sure he doesn't go journey anywhere, basically. But this is what they're eating on right now. These are some pretty tall weeds. I don't know the names of these weeds. I should look these up before I shoot this video, but maybe you guys do know. But why am I doing this? Well, they're about 3 months away. When they get closer to 2 months, I'm gonna put them on better grasses. But after reading Greg Judy's book of Comeback Farms, you can't be afraid of these cows. Basically, I have no idea what that cow is doing. That's a dominance thing. That's weird. Okay, basically these cows can eat off of this forage. Now, is it the favorite of the favorite forage for them? No, but these are breeder cows and they're meant to be bred. We're not trying to sell these girls for beef. They are dry, which means they're not lactating right now, and they can eat off of this and still have good body condition to be able to be bred back next year. Now, whenever they have their calves, we want to make sure they're producing really good milk. So we want to put them on some better forages, so like some better grasses. But how do you get those better grasses? You have to go through some of this hardship of them eating these tougher weeds to be able to get rid of them and produce those better grasses. So I hope that makes sense to everybody, but that's kind of what, if you see some weedy spots that they're eating on, they're tall, and yeah, we do have, some cows. I have not had any cows yet that have not been eating this. They've basically, they're tight in here, so they've got to make sure they eat what they have. Example, this paddock to the left here looked exactly the same as this paddock. They were on there for one day and they ate down the weeds really, really well. Now, why do you do that? Well, it is forage. They are eating it. They are getting, their bellies full off of it. They are providing for their calf that's growing inside of them right now. But, it helps the farm overall. And that's what, if you see some videos in the future and you kind of wonder what that is, that's why. Okay, I wanted to show y'all a little bit of how our setup is for working the cows, which I got my first experience this last Friday. So we have 3 fields on this side of the farm. Cows are down there. You can see the weeds I was talking about, and then the grass is up on the hill a little bit better. But this is our working area, which is pretty good. I think it's pretty awesome the way the farmers had it set up before. And we're just going to continue to make small improvements on that. But I want to show y'all kind of how it works. If y'all are beginning farmers, this is some pretty interesting stuff to me anyway, because you have to know how to handle all these cows. And if you don't know how to handle them, well, hopefully you'll have a better idea anyway once you get through this video. So basically the cows come out here, and this is basically the largest part of this fenced in area. So this is where you start the sorting process, which is where you try to separate either cows from calves, or old cows, young cows, bull, you getting the bull out, whatever it might be, kind of deal. And they all come up here. Typically, Friday, they were all on this side of the fence. And then we have a couple of feed bins in here, which were really in here before. I have not used these. I don't grain feed, and the cows are pretty responsive to my call for them, and they follow the side-by-side into here pretty well. And using the hot wire, you can lead those cows along pretty good. Maybe we'll do a future video on that. But the cows come through this side, and basically this just helps direct them down this, it's not really an alley, but it's basically a funnel that you come through. And I'm sorry I'm walking through this, so this video is going to be a little bit shaky. But come through here, and whenever you want the cows to come through this spot, this isn't chained up right now, so we'll just open it up. Then they come through, and this is a little bit, because we were through with the process, we didn't have to reset everything. But let me reset it real quick, just so you guys can understand a little bit of how that looks. All right, so they come into this smaller area here. That gate would be shut, closed, and they come into here, and then basically your job, whoever's in this part of it, is to have all the cows on this side and direct them back into the alleys in here. And this is where it's called cutting. I love watching those videos of cutting horses and everything. We are not getting a cutting horse, just so you know. But basically, you'll push the cows through, and then you'll cut off whatever cow you don't need. Or like our operation here, we can handle about 4 cows at a time through the alley, because it's not very big, and if you get some wild cows, it turns into a problem. So they basically come through here. There is a straight shot right down through there where they've fed cows along that feed trough basically there. But for our purposes, on Friday they came on this side, and then you would walk them down. They'd walk past this gate, walk past this gate right here, stop in this basic area right here, and then my job was to be at that gate, close that gate once they went through, and then turn them around. So we had another guy on this side of this gate right here, and this would be shut. And so all the cows, I would funnel them back toward that gate. And then you start cutting even more, because we only wanted one at a time, because we were preg checking and working those cows. And so then the one would walk through here, and ideally they would turn to the right and walk right into the head chute. There is a nice little push gate right here. It works really nicely to be able to push those cows into that head chute even more, to be able to make sure that they're lined up really well. But I want to show you this, really. This is our problem. So whenever they go out, there's that field out there that y'all can see. And there were cows visible out there on that side. And we had one cow that was a very large cow. She got right to this gate right here, went into that corner, and decided she wanted to go into that field. And all 3 of those boards right there, and that very tough fencing, that mesh fencing right there, she went right through all of that, took out a water pipe on her way out. And so we're going to be doing some projects basically to help fix this. And one way we can help fix this is to make sure that they cannot see the outside. So we've got these boards here. They're just rough cut lumber, and we're going to be putting those on the outside and trying to basically block her vision, or any cow in the future's vision, of seeing the cows out there in that field. And we'll see how that goes, but that's going to be a project for this week. Guys, I'm sorry that I did not get footage of us working the cows on Friday. Honestly, I was so, I guess, intimidated or just afraid that I would disappoint people. I was afraid that I would look too much like an absolute idiot while I was separating those cows out. And I did learn a lot. And honestly, next time you'll have a better idea, and I'll have a better way to show you, because trying to hook up the camera and everything so that you can see. But thanks guys for watching, and y'all have an awesome day.